So let's start with setting up a lab. But before that, we will be using VirtualBox. So let us know what exactly VirtualBox is. A VirtualBox is a general purpose virtualization tool for 32 and 64-bit hardware targeted at server, desktop, and embedded use that allows users and administrators to easily run multiple guest operating system on a single host. Now these are the advantages of using virtual lab. You will be able to install multiple operating system. Each machine will function like real operating system. If any kind of errors occurs while testing them, it is easier to fix and it will keep you absolutely isolated from your main network. Now here we will be installing three different operating systems: Kali Linux, Windows 7 and Metasploitable. Now Kali Linux, which has got more than 300 forensic and security auditing tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep Kali Linux as our attacker machine and Windows 7 and Metasploitable as our target machine. Now Kali Linux, as I said, attacker machine, Metasploitable 2 and Windows 7 is our target machine. Now speaking about Kali Linux, Kali Linux is a Debian based Linux distribution aimed at advanced penetration testing and security auditing. Kali contains several hundred tools which are geared towards various information security tasks such as penetration testing, security research, computer forensic, and reverse engineering. Now, Metasploitable is an intentionally vulnerable Linux virtual machine that can be used to conduct security training, test security tools, and practice common penetration testing techniques. VM will run on any recent VMware product and other visualization technologies such as VirtualBox. Now let us go and download VirtualBox and then install it. So for downloading VirtualBox, the process is very simple. What you have to do is you have to simply go to VirtualBox page, and then here you have got different platforms. You can download VirtualBox for Linux distribution, for Mac, or else for Windows. Now since I'm using Windows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a click here. So once I give a click here, let me save this. Now this will take some time depending upon your internet speed. Now my VirtualBox has been downloaded completely. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run is at an administrator, and then I'll give a click on next. Welcome to Oracle VM VirtualBox 6.1.6 next. And here you'll have an option of location. If you want, you can install it in some other drive, or else you can keep it default. So I'll give a click on next, and then yes. So it will take some time. It will take hardly 2 to 3 minutes to get a download, or less than that. So let's wait for a while so that it downloads and then we can use it. So Oracle VM VirtualBox installation is complete. I'll give a click on finish. So once I do that, I have got this interface now. This is Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. Okay. Now, before installing any operating system here, what we're gonna learn, what we're gonna see is we're gonna see from where to download all ISO file or VMDK file. Now, the first thing is that we will try to download Kali. So let's write Kali downloads. Enter. Official Kali Linux download, and here you will have a download option. And now if you want, you can install 64-bit or else you can install 32-bit. And there are two ways of downloading it. Either you can use torrent or else you can download it directly. Now since I already have an ISO file, I don't have to download. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to install it now. And the next thing is that you have to install Metasploitable also. So Metasploitable 2, and then you have to give enter. You have to give a click here. So once you give a click here, you have to simply press this download button, and your download will start automatically. Now when you download Metasploitable, it will be in a zip format. So what you have to do is you have to extract it. And next is your Windows 7. You can download Windows 7, Windows 7 softly. Okay, you can download it from softly. Here you have to download Windows 7 32-bit. Okay, so this is the link. Now after downloading, all operating system, now let us configure this. Okay, now let me install Metasploitable first. So let me go to my download, and here I have got Metasploitable. Now Metasploitable is in a it's in a zip format. I will extract it first. So extract files, and I will save it on my desktop. Okay, is to on. Okay, so it will take some time for unzipping it. So once everything is done, let us start this installation process. Let me minimize this page. Yes, now it's done. So now what I have to do is I have to export file from here to my VirtualBox. So let us start the procedure. Now I'll give a click on new, and then I will write the machine name Metasploit, and uh, it will be a target machine. Okay, and then I'll write here it's a type Linux, and then Oracle 64-bit. So see, here you have type option. If you have Microsoft Windows, you have to give a click here. Linux is here, and then IBM Mac. So you have to give a click on the appropriate version. Okay, now give a click on next. Now you have to allocate a memory size here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it 512 MB because it's not a big file. So I'll give a click on next and then create. Now here you will have an option of hard disk file type. Now it can be ISO file or it can be VMDK file. Now let us see what file it is. Let's go here, and if I'll see here, it's a VMDK file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on VMDK, and then I'll give a click on next. Okay. So once I do that, now it will have an option of dynamically allocated, and then let's give a click on next. Okay. Now here, I will. Now here you can, you can give the size of the size of the text. Now it can be 12 GB, it can be 20 GB. It's up to you how you're gonna do it. Apart from that, here is a file location. You can mention any file location here, and then let's give a click on create. So once you give a click on create, you have to come back to the settings here. So let us, let us configure. Okay, now if I'll go to display, everything is okay. Storage, okay. Now here in storage, you have to you have to import it. So choose the text file and then go to desktop and then Metasploitable, and then you have to import this file. Open. Okay, and then go to the network, and here in network there will be there will be option. There is a bridge adapter, there is internal network host only adapter, and the NAT network. So you can select one. If you're using bridge adapter, that means you can communicate with your main machine or a main network. And if you're using host only adapter, then the machine which are in VirtualBox can communicate with each other, not with the main machine. So as of now, it's always safe to use host only adapter, but as of now I'm going to use bridge adapter. And then you can select your interface. Now if you're using wireless, you have to select wireless. I mean Intel dual band wireless, or else you can select if you're using LAN, then you have to select Realtek PCI GB family controller. I mean it varies from system to system. So I'll give a click on OK, and then I'll give a click on start, and let's see. So it's empty. Okay, let me give a cancel here. Okay, now grub loading stage 1.5, starting up my Metasploitable. So this will take few minutes. Now the default name for this Metasploitable, default username and password will be MSF admin. So we'll write MSF admin and MSF admin. Okay, let me give enter. Oops, it says login incorrect. Let me write it one more time. MSF admin, enter MSF admin, enter, and then I'll write ifconfig just to uh, have a look at the IP address is 192.168.0.106. Now let me minimize this, and then I will now I'll start installing Kali. So let's go to new here, and then I'll write Kali, and then type it's Linux. And then since Kali is a Debian based, so I'll give Debian 64 and then click on next. And to run smoothly, I mean, I want to run my Kali smoothly. So what I will do is I'll keep it 2 GB and then I'll give a click on next. Now, let's give a click on create and then VDA. I'll just leave it as it is. Next, and then dynamically, okay, next. And then let's give, the virtual space for Kali. Let's give it at least 40 GB, and then if you want you can change this location also, but I'll keep it as default, and then I'll give a click on create, and then let's go to the settings and then change our network adapter or network type. So I go to system here, display, let me enable 3D acceleration. I will just maximize this to 128. I'll come back to storage, and here what I have to do is I have to import the ISO file of Kali. So here it was in my desktop, and let me double click this, and this is the ISO file. So I'll give a click on open. So once I do that, okay. So I'll start this process, give a click on start. Okay, now I'll just cancel this. Okay, now here you will have an option. So let us give a click on install. If you want to run it at live, you can do that, but let me install it. Okay, here you have to select a language. So let me keep English as of now, and I'll press enter, and then here you have to select country. Let me give it India, and then keyboard key map to use, so that is configuration of the keyboard, let it be American English. So now it's loading additional component. This may take some time. So meanwhile what we're gonna do is we're gonna install Windows 7 also. So it is detecting network types. So network configuration. Okay, now you have to give a host name here. So as of now I will keep it as default Kali, continue, and then domain name just leave it blank. And here you have to write your password. You have to type down your password. So let write Miri is my password, and then continue. Now here you have to re-enter your password just to verify whether you have entered the password correctly or not. Continue, setting up the clock. Okay, so now it's starting up the partitioner. Okay, this installer can guide you through partitioning a disk, or if you prefer you can do it manually with guided partition. You will still have a chance later to review and customize the result. If you choose guided partitioning for an entire disk, you will next to be asked which disk should be used. So here you have a partitioning method. So let's give an enter here, guided use entire disk. I want so note that all the data on the disk you select will be erased, but now before you have confirmed that you really want to make the changes, select disk to partition. So let me give an enter. Now select it for partition.